Hello students, welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. Myself Ravindra Pradeep Fadke, an assistant professor from Department of Business Economics. Today we are going to see a lecture for FI BCom Semester 2 Business Economics 2. So today's topic is our market structure, perfect competition and monopoly market. So this is what we have the content for our entire module 1. In module 1 we are going to cover 4 chapters. One is extreme cases of perfect competition and monopoly. In second chapter we will study competition in detail. Third chapter we will see the equilibrium condition of firm and industry in perfect competition in the short run as well as in the long run. And in the fourth chapter we will study monopoly chapter. So now without wasting a time, let's move ahead with our first chapter, that is perfect competition and monopoly market. Now before proceeding the market of perfect competition, if I will ask you a very simple question, that what is a meaning of market, you people will definitely answer market is nothing but where buyer and sellers come together, meets together, and they all are doing buying and selling activities against money, exchanging money. But if you will ask any researcher, if you will ask an economist, according to them, market is not a place. Market is not any physical place. For them, market is an intermediary between buyer and seller, where they deal the activities of buying and selling against money or exchanging money. So usually what is the group of market, how we classified, how we make the actual segregation of markets in economics. So in economics we segregate markets in perfect competition, then we have imperfect competition, then we have monopoly market, oligopoly market, monopolistic competition market, monopsony, bilateral monopoly, and then there are many more market. First of all, you have to understand the difference between perfect competition and imperfect competition. In this lecture, we are not going to talk about imperfect competition market. That topic we will cover in the next series, but today we have to start with the perfect competition. Now, which conditions basically fulfilled in perfect competitions? To fulfill the perfect competition market, the very first condition is large number of buyers and sellers. Dear students, in this particular market, the number of students, the number of buyers, sellers are an abundant. They are countless, but individually neither they are buyer nor they are seller and in a position to influence the price. Means here in this case they cannot influence the price individually. Influence of buyer or seller is absolutely insignificant in this market. Why? Why is it so? Here buyer and sellers influence is so negligible. Why we are not considering in this market the price as the prime factor? The answer we will get it in further slides. The another condition which fulfilled perfect competition market is homogeneous commodity. Homogeneous commodities are nothing but uniform commodity where the commodities which are produced by the sellers are identical in the nature. They are identical in terms of color, fragrance, taste, or etc. But while maintaining this homogeneity, there is no possibility of charging a higher price. The very next condition of perfect competition is our free entry and free exit. In this particular market, restrictions to producer is completely free. In case any businessman who finds the market is flourishing or the market is prospering, then he can easily get enter into the market. Restrictions may be in the form of government license, inadequate finance, or etc. But those formalities are very liberal and very easily they can overcome those steps. Producers are free to wind up the businesses also in case if they incur huge amount of loss, or if they find that their businesses goes completely into loss. So it's a free entry and free exit. After free entry and free exit, the another condition in this market is complete or perfect information. Producers and buyers are having complete or perfect information or knowledge about the market. May not find a single person in this huge world that they are having complete or perfect knowledge, but here we are assuming that they are having complete and perfect knowledge about the price, about the demand, about the supply, about interest rate, about all various market fluctuations. But such knowledge prevent buyers by paying their prices and sellers charging a different prices. The another condition in this market is perfect mobility. Basically, in this particular market, we are assuming that labor and capital are the factors of production, and these factors of production perfectly mobile from one region to the another region. Geographically, they are free, means without imposing any tariffs, these factors can easily moving from one place to the another place. It mainly applies, as I've told you, for labor and capital. It helps diverting those areas where there is a more demand from the one where demand is deficient. Why here? Basically, there is a perfect mobility. Perfect mobility is due to because of deficiency of demand and supply in the market, so they can easily make the services. The another condition in this market is transport cost. Transport cost here, zero. Why? Number one, because those who into the market homogeneous product across the market, then what is the point selling the same at different region? At every place or at every market, sellers are selling homogeneous product, when usually producers or sellers or intermediaries are transferring or transporting goods and services. When there is a heterogeneity, or when the goods or services different from each other, here there is a complete no transport cost. Agricultural products can be the same or town without incurring transport cost. The another condition of perfect competition is interference is also negligible. Here, in this case, there is no discriminatory taxes or subsidies or no license system. In case if you want to take or if you want to start your own new venture or your new business, you have to follow a very simple procedure and you can get into this particular market. Government follows the free enterprise policy. They will don't make you any restrictions to enter into the market and they will maintain the free atmosphere so you can easily sold your commodities at your own price level. Another condition in perfect competition is price taker. It is assumed that there is no collusions. Now, what is the meaning of collusions? See, collusions are nothing but when group of people or group of producers are making group, when they are colluding. Collusion is basically for minimizing loss and maximizing profit. But in this market, we will not find any kind of collusions. Usually in this market, producers are price taker, firm and buyers take their decisions independently and they act also independently. Buyers also not in kind of a collusions like a consumer associations. Nature of demand curve. Particular market, we find the nature of demand curve is perfectly elastic. Why is it so? Because price is fixed, price is uniform, and due to uniform price, the demand curve is parallel to x-axis. It is horizontal straight line. Now, why here in this market the price is fixed in the nature? Why here the price is uniform in the nature? Because the producers, those who are selling goods and services, are basically homogeneous product. So there is no point maintaining any differences in the price of the product, and that is why we obtain horizontal demand curve, which is perfectly elastic in the nature. So, at last, have the conclusion of perfect competition. There are lot of features of perfect competition which are not possible in the real world. Therefore, competition is said to be an imaginary concept. Thank you very much. I hope you people have understood today's concept. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and press bell icon button. Thank you very much.